it's Jess and I'm back today with another speed build. Today we are building like a single mother colonial home. It's one story. It's a lot smaller than the colonial home I did last week. It was last week, right? I think so. It's been long. It's been a long time since I filmed, which I will get into in a little bit. But yes, we are doing a smaller colonial style family home for a single mother and her teenage son in Havens Hollow, which is my mystery save file world that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks. It's been a really fun time. Anyways, this home is, as I said, one story. It does technically have a second story, but that's all roofing. I wanted this to be a lot smaller since there's only 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's a lot more cozy, a little more rundown, and less pristine and perfect than the house across the street. But in terms of our save file, Corine obviously lives across the street. She is the missing person in this save file. And then here at this home, we have her best friend, Bailey O'Brien, who is in the same year as her. He's a little more laid back and chill than Corine is. Corine is very sweet, but she's also super smart and super dedicated, and he's more I'm just gonna sit back and play my guitar and play soccer and just have a fun time, rather than super academically gifted. So they kind of balance each other out, which I think is super cute. I like their dynamic. I think they're fun. I've written some more diary entries, and Bailey is included in those, obviously, because they're best friends. Why wouldn't he be? But yeah, that's where his presence is, and because he is her best friend, he is obviously one of the suspects for her disappearance. It's all very, how do I put this, stereotypical. This is all based on my own watchings of crime dramas and reading mystery books. This is very cliche, but I think that's kind of the fun of it. Maybe if I do more worlds and do more mysteries, I'll become more creative at some point. But my creative energy is lacking at the moment. Speaking of which, I have not worked much on the case file. Only the few diary entries that I mentioned I worked on. I haven't worked much on it. I had a crazy week and a half. Speaking of which, this is not coming out on a Wednesday like all my speed builds come out on. And this is coming out on Friday, which is a week and a couple days after my last speed build. I was contemplating waiting until next Wednesday to put it out, but I didn't want to go 2 weeks without a video. So I decided not to do that. But let me go into a little bit of why this upload is late and why I've had a rough time with everything. Basically, my Sims game, nearly unplayable when I was making the speed build. I don't know if you can tell because it's so sped up, but I had major lag doing the speed build. You can definitely see it once we get towards the landscaping, and I had to completely cut most of the landscaping out because the glitches and lagging specifically occurred most often when I would swivel the camera. And when you do landscaping, you need to move the camera around so much, and it just ended up being miserable. So if this looks a little janky, a little laggy, and it's hard to watch, I'm so sorry. I tried my hardest, but my game just got worse and worse and worse as I continued playing, and it was so bad. I didn't think I could even finish the speed build because it was literally unplayable, and I started looking stuff up online, and it was stressing me out. But I think I found a few culprits. I went through and deleted, well, I didn't delete all my screenshots. I moved my screenshots to an external drive. So I got rid of about 3,000 screenshots, which, takes up a lot of space and could maybe make the game run slower, but that didn't seem to do much. I also cleaned out my laptop in general. I had a bunch of documents that I didn't need anymore, so I cleaned it out because even my laptop in general wasn't running well. I was like, what is going on? Every single game I played, even going on the internet, especially playing The Sims, my laptop was not having it. So finally, I opened it up because if you don't know, I play like my games, I use my laptop connected to a monitor. So my laptop is docked up to a monitor and I don't open my laptop. So I don't see what's going on inside this thing. And I opened it up and I was like, my battery is expanding, isn't it? Because the keyboard's all lifted up, the mouse pad is completely lifted up. You can see inside the laptop from the mouse pad. I was like, okay, let's open it up. Let's see what's going on. I need to blow out my fans anyways. So I open it up and my battery has expanded so much. It's a miracle that my laptop is even still working, honestly. Like, that is how bad my laptop is. It's like the battery is like more expanded than any battery I've ever seen in my life. And, you know, I get it because this is my dad's old laptop. He gave it to me and he probably never changed the battery from when he got it. So this is old and it's gone through a lot of gaming and a lot of work stuff as well. So I can understand why the battery has expanded. But the point to which it is expanded to is ridiculous. And it really is a miracle that it's still working. I've got a battery coming in, a new battery. It's not here yet, but somehow I did manage to finish the speed build, and I'll tell you how. I think I finally found the major culprit for Sims specifically. You know, all my games kind of run badly, and I think that is a battery problem because my CPU, GPU, if that's what it's called. I don't know much computer stuff, but all that stuff that they tell you to check when your games aren't running well, I checked it all. My CPU continuously runs at like 50% when playing The Sims, which is a phenomenal amount for such a heavy game like this. So I know it's not like my actual hardware or software. I don't know which one it is. Anyways, I know it's not that. I know it's not that my laptop can't handle The Sims or that my laptop can't handle the level of Sims content that I have. I know that's not the case. Like, yes, I could be nicer to my laptop and have less custom content and less packs. But even when I went in and place tested and did like no mods in my game whatsoever, no custom content, I also did a test with no packs, just the base game. It still had these lagging issues, so I knew that wasn't the case. So I thought, okay, probably the battery. It's definitely not helping. It might not be the main culprit, but there it is. One thing that did help, which I sadly did not realize until probably 2/3 through the speed build, I had to do this in like 3 different sections, even though it's a small little family house, is that my tray files, like, you know, your tray folder, which has all your gallery content, that I have like 5,000 files in that. So it's like, okay, this is another big bulky thing. You know, I can't really do much about my save files. You know, I did delete some unneeded saves from my game. That's another thing I tried to kind of make my game run better. I deleted saves I know I'll never play again. And I also took out saves from my game and put them into an external drive if I knew I wasn't going to play them for a long time, but I might want to come back to. Anyways, I knew I couldn't do much about my saves, even though that has a lot of files. It's like I can't delete the like basementals or woohoo wellness. I don't think that's the one. Wonderful whims, I think that is the one. Or wicked whims. They have like save content with files in it in your saves folder. I can't go around deleting that, and that's where the bulk of my files are. So I was like, okay, I'll do screenshots, and I did screenshots. And I was finally like, okay, I don't want to do it, but I'll take out my tray folder. And I did it 2/3 through the speed build, and my game ran a lot better. It's still not perfect, but I think that is one of the factors that greatly contributed to my pain and hardship, is that the tray folder was filled with 5,000 useless files. So right now I have them all out, which I do not want to keep that way. I want to go through and actually comb through and pick and choose what I want to keep on my gallery, which is going to be a pain. I just, even thinking about it, I don't want to think about it, because, you know, tray files aren't just one file for one gallery upload. It's like 5 files for one gallery upload, and they're not in the same place. You have to like go to individual different places because they're all different types of files with like different names and things in order to find all the ones for one gallery entry. And if anyone knows a better way to do this, all I'm doing is using, I think it's Tray Importer. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I'm using, the Sims 4 Tray Importer. And I'm going through and I'm clicking a gallery like icon, one that I want to keep because I'm going to have a lot less that I want to keep rather than the ones I want to put in an external drive. Anyways, I'm going to take the ones I want to keep. I'm going to put them in a separate folder. And then I'm going to take the ones I don't want and put them on an external drive. But in order to do that, I have to go through every single individual gallery entry that I want to keep. I have to go through every single individual file in that gallery entry and move it to another folder, which is really difficult because if you move a specific gallery like tray item out of the folder without the others, like it will delete that gallery entry and then you can't find the other files. So right now I'm just favoriting the files and then moving them over. If you know how to multi-select for Tray Importer to get into like open file location in Tray Importer and open multiple files in the same folder, let me know. Because I've tried a million ways to make it work and I cannot make it work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've seen people do it online, but it's not working on my laptop and it's so, like, it's pissing me off, honestly. This has been such a stressful week, which is also not in, like, it's part of that is like the laptop problems and the Sims problems in specific and not being able to upload videos or even make videos. It's like I went on a short hiatus without even wanting to because my laptop simply didn't work. But also beyond that, this last week, my grandma and my mom both had surgery, which is really stressful. And because my grandma had surgery, I had to watch my cousin because my grandma babysits my cousin. And I don't like children, like at least not that young. I don't like really young children. He's like 1 year old. Like I can't do that. I can't do bodily fluids. Not for me. Okay, but I had to watch him. And I did so. He's a cute kid, I guess. I'm not big on children, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, that was a stressful part of last week. And then also, I got sick. I'm currently sick right now. This one's kind of more new. This wasn't really last week, it's more this week, which has been fun because I was sick for Christmas. Always a hoot. By the way, Merry Christmas to all those who celebrate. I'm 2 days late. I should have uploaded on Christmas, but it wasn't meant to be, I suppose. But yes, sick on Christmas, still sick now. Hopefully I don't sound sick. I think I sound a lot better than I did yesterday, which was Christmas, and a lot better than I did Christmas Eve. So that's good, but it was a little miserable to be sick on Christmas. I have like the worst swollen lymph nodes. Maybe that's TMI, but my lymph node under my chin is like rock hard and it hurts super bad. And that's my life right now. So that's been stressful. What's also been stressful is, I think I talked about getting my job acceptance last episode, but I finally got the contract and I'm currently working on the visa stuff, and it's really stressful, especially since I don't have like a consulate in my city, so I have to send it by mail and hope that happens well, and that's the stuff I'm currently dealing with visa shenanigans. We love it. But other than that, there has been some good stuff that's happened since I last did a video. I got a new phone. Technically not new, it's my dad's old phone, but it is like an iPhone 12 Pro, so it's a nice upgrade from my iPhone 10 that I had for like 5 years. So I am very happy with my iPhone 12 Pro. She's very pretty. I got a new case for her. It's, my goodness, I think flowers. Just like a clear case with flowers on it. Not too interesting, but it's cute. And that's one exciting thing. I feel like I've only told you that I had like a terrible week since I last saw you, but that was a good thing. And it was Christmas, so I got Christmas gifts. I got a lot of books, and I also got Planet Zoo for Christmas, and I've already played like 7 hours. I'm obsessed. I like what you're seeing right now, me doing the building of this kitchen. This is when I first came back into the game after fixing my tray file problem. This was, I don't know if you can tell because it's sped up real quick, but I had a lot of problems with navigating the camera or mouse controls, I guess, because the mouse controls for Planet Zoo are different than The Sims 4. So I kept trying to do Planet Zoo controls. So one of the things I did a lot was use the right mouse click side button, whatever you want to call it, to try and unselect an object. And I was like, oh, that's not how it works in The Sims. That's Planet Zoo. So I had a bit of a struggle, especially when building this kitchen. Thankfully, I got used to it at some point again. But yeah, it's been a long time since I played The Sims. Like, the first half of the speed build was almost right after I uploaded my last video. So I'm like a week out of practice, honestly. But I think it turned out well. I think this house is really cute. It has a cute aesthetic. As I said, it's a lot less pristine than the colonial home I did last week. Last week, the colonial home I did was very pristine and clean. The whole idea is that Corine's mom is a perfectionist who wants her house to constantly look perfect. This is not the same way. The mom who lives here, I think her name is Darlene. She's very down to earth. She is a gardener, I believe. You maybe saw that when I decorated the outside of the house. But she likes to garden. I think that might actually be her job. I haven't made her yet, but that's the idea. That Darlene is a gardener. As I said, she is a single mom, but she's actually not divorced or had someone leave her. Her husband, Bailey's dad, died, so she is a widow, which is very sad. But my thought process is that he bought this house for them, he had a really good job, and now they're kind of struggling because Darlene is a gardener. She doesn't make too much money doing what she does, and it's kind of been a stressful part of both Darlene and Bailey's lives. And obviously, because it's stressful on Bailey, Corine knows all about it and writes about it in her diary entries, maybe. I don't know, I'm kind of at that point in diary entries where all the diary entries are getting more and more into the days leading up to Corine's disappearance, so they're getting more cryptic and strange and weird. But I'm sorry, I think I might have just hit my mic. If you heard a loud noise, I'm sorry, that's on me. I'm getting really animated with my hands, that's how I talk, which is not good for recording stuff, because then I end up hitting my table or knocking a cup over or hitting the mic, which is completely on me. So sorry if that did happen, and if it didn't, I just sound stupid. But, blanket apology for every time I accidentally hit something while filming voiceovers or just filming videos in general. I've completely forgotten where I am, what I'm doing, so let's just talk about the house. It has a lot of soft, nice colors, and I went for more birch woods paired with this darker floor. I didn't want it to look very, I'm not saying not nice, because it looks nice, it's a cute house, but it's not expensive. It's cheaper items. Using what you have to make the space look really cute is what I'm thinking of. And I do think it ends up looking really cute. And they do have a dog. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but you probably saw when I did the kitchen, the 2 doggy bowls. They have a dog named Scout. I'm not sure what type of dog he is yet, but he is going to be a bigger dog rather than a smaller dog. And he is specifically Bailey's dog. So the bed is in Bailey's bedroom because it's Bailey's dog. He's going to be cute. I love dogs. I was just realizing when I was making this house, I did not plan to get them a dog whatsoever. I was like, Bailey seems like the kind of guy who would have a dog. And it's also just the fact that we are in the Brindleton Bay world. I should allow myself to have some animals, because I have yet to do that. And I should, because animals are fun. I'm probably not going to get much chance to put a bunch of animals in a different world if I do more mystery save files. So I'm good for this. Speaking of which, this save file obviously uses all the packs I have. I don't have all of them, but I have quite a few of them. But one thing I am making myself do. Obviously, the two required packs are base game and cats and dogs. I couldn't think of it for some reason. Technically, one of those isn't a pack. But base game and cats and dogs are required in order to solve the mystery. All the packs I have are required to have all the objects, but I'm making it so every clue item, every item that's like actually important to the case file will either be from base game or cats and dogs. You know, I could do just base game, but you have to have cats and dogs to have this world. So it'd be kind of funny to say, oh, the only one required is base game to do all the clues, when you need cats and dogs to even access the world in general. So I'm allowing myself the use of those two packs and those two like debug items in order to, I guess, have like all my clues and stuff. So that if you do want to download this and you don't have all the packs, you can, and you can still solve the mystery. There just might be missing items and missing clues from your game, if that makes sense. You know, I always want to try to cater to people who don't have packs or don't have all the packs, because I'm one of those people. I do not have all the packs. I have quite a few. I spent way too much money on this game. But I like catering to people who don't have all the packs, because it sucks to find this really cool save file and then you can't use it because, oh wow, you don't have enough money to buy all the stupid packs for this game. So to make it accessible to people, all you need to play this save in the mystery context in its entirety is base game and cats and dogs. And hopefully that's helpful. I think cats and dogs is one of the most regularly owned packs. I mean, everyone likes having animals. So I think it's a good one to start with. At some point I probably will do the base game worlds, but the base game worlds are scary because they don't look nice. I mean, they look nice if you add a bunch of debug objects to the world around them. But I am not that good of a builder. Maybe I'll get there at some point and I'll be able to do a bunch of debug fun stuff, but I'm not at that point yet. Not yet. So for now, that is my plan, to make it a little more accessible to people who don't have $1 million to pay for this game in its entirety. I mean, at this point we have like 80 packs or something, which is ridiculous. I mean, 80 packs of downloadable content that costs money for a game is actually insanity. Like, how does EA get away with that? Now I'm just ranting. I have a vendetta against EA. I mean, I play their games, so I can't really talk. I know there's people who are stronger than me who like only play The Sims 3. By the way, I've never played The Sims 3. So if you guys are interested in seeing me play The Sims 3, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's cheap on the EA app. Like, I hope so. I hope my laptop can run it, actually. We'll see. We'll focus first on getting my laptop to work, on fixing that whole entire tray system, and also getting a battery that isn't expanded beyond belief. Anyway, we are currently in Darlene's bedroom, which is really cute. You can tell that she puts more money into Bailey's bedroom than her own. You know, she's very selfless. That's what I get from her character. She's like a very selfless mother, very different from Corine's mother. Though I'm not saying Corine's mother is bad. They're just very different. Anyways, we're on to Bailey's bedroom, which is kind of my favorite of the house. I love doing team bedrooms, especially ever since I got the high school years pack. I know people don't like the high school years pack, but it has really good build items. And, you know, as someone who likes to build, even though I'm not good at it, I like to do it. It's fun to have good teen room items, because I think we are lacking in that department. I mean, we're lacking in every department in this game, honestly. but it's nice to have that, in my opinion. I like having like all the wall decals and the fun clutter items. It's just fun. And as you can see right here, I just put down Scout's dog bed. I'm so excited to make him. I'm thinking like German Shepherd or Husky or Australian Shepherd, you know, like a big fluffy dog. That's the energy I get from the dog that lives in this house. Maybe even a golden retriever. Maybe, okay, that's kind of cute because I do see Bailey as kind of the golden retriever archetype of guy, if that makes sense. That's what archetype I see him as. So maybe the golden retriever boy has a golden retriever. I think that could actually be really cute. Okay, that's what I think I'm going to do. I don't think I've made many golden retrievers in this game. I don't often play with them because, not that I don't like golden retrievers, I just don't want a golden retriever myself, and I tend to get dogs and cats of breeds that I like and I want because I have to live vicariously through my Sims. I cannot have a cat, so therefore my Sims have the cats I want. And I can't have a new dog. I do have a dog, and she is old, and I've complained about her a lot, but I love her. She was very weird this morning. I was in bed with her watching TV, and she would not settle down, and she kept staring at me. But I got her for Christmas, because she has her own stocking. I got her treats and like this maze puzzle for her to figure out, because, you know, she's old, she's got dementia, she needs to keep her wits about her. So that is what I decided to get her for Christmas. And she's actually really good at the maze puzzle. Like, I honestly think she might like need a new one already because she's already kind of figured it out. But it's fun to have her do that, keep her mind stimulated while she also gets treats, because she's very treat motivated. She's very food motivated. But yes, I think golden retriever is a good dog for Bailey. I'm going to try to remember that when I make him. And now I'm moving on to the bathrooms. The bathrooms aren't too exciting, but I kept them in because I never know what people want to see. If they're like, bathrooms are boring, don't show me stupid bathrooms. Or if they're like, yeah, bathrooms are cool, show me how you create a bathroom. They're simple. They've got like cheaper appliances in the bathroom. It's very cute, very simple. Nothing much going on here. I did forget to put like laundry bins in the bathroom because I forgot I put a laundry line outside. So you won't see it in the speed build. But when you go back, when I show you the screenshots of this build, you'll see the laundry bins in the mom's room and the son's room. Okay, we're at the end of it now. Thank you guys for watching and listening to my weird voiceover for the speed build. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of the Haven's Hallow save file. Bye!